Boom, chicka, boom, 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 boom. I love that thing. I love it very much, don't you? Hey, welcome to another Nothing Like a Good Book. And it's been fantastic, the response. Thank you for the emails and the contacts. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Very diverse, all sorts of, as with today. I mean, the show is dedicated to authors, okay? And it's about discovering you and your book. Whether it's your first one, whether it's an e-book, whether it's a flip book, Kindle book, big fat novel like Gone with the Wind, doesn't matter. You're a writer. Good on you. Promoting your book, that's important. You go out all over the place and selling your book. I'm a great believer of that helps a little, pay for some costs, you know. It's a joke. We get them out of the garage, right? We can't give them all away. And the site is nearly finished, Nothing Like a Good Book. And all the guests are on that permanently. As with their books, you could go back and you'll be able to buy them as well. So there we go. Now, today's show episode is for dog lovers. In fact, it's really for all sorts of animal lovers. And it's titled The Lessons I've Learned from the Dogs I've Loved. Isn't that nice? And the author is Teri Thomas. And Teri is a CPDT-KPA. You know what that is? We're going to find that out. And she's a devoted animal enthusiast and a certified professional dog trainer. Knowledge assessed. K-A, CPDT-KPA. And she has formed a profound bond with various animals after years of working as a veterinary technician and has encountered diverse experiences in animal ownership and training during her lifetime. So without further ado, I would like to welcome young Teri Thomas. Hello there.
Oh, good morning.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for having me today.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Your path has always been quite varied, hasn't it, from a young age, Teri? I mean, you've been surrounded by pets such as dogs and chickens, collaborating with leopards, lions, and pumas in film production, and looking after animals in a wildlife sanctuary. Man, what a background. How about sharing some of that with us? I'm sure my viewers would like a little bit of knowledge with that.
Yeah, I've appear to be a magnet for animals, and I'm drawn to them and they're drawn to me. And that's been true forever. In fact, my mom found me, has a picture of me eating dog food out of the dog food dish next to the dog when I was about 3 years old. So I think from then we really discovered, wow, this is going to be a lifetime trend, isn't it?
Sitting by your dog eating. Was there a disgruntled look from the dog saying, oi,
he was mine? A little confused.
Fabulous. So, okay. Yes, you started young. You love pets and so on. Now, the leopards business, lions and pumas in film production. What's that about? I
know. I had the opportunity to work to be a student, a professional student, in training animals for the movies opportunity. And
fabulous.
Through that course, we were, it went from birth to adult animals. So I was literally, the students were able to take the babies home. So we understood getting up every 4 hours and bottle feeding and taking care of the lions and leopards and pumas, right? So I was fully immersed in it. And then as they got older, we were training them for different shots, for different popular camera shots, teaching the cats how to jump from here to there. So that's really what the school was about.
Well, what a wonderful experience, you know, and for such a dog lover and an animal lover as yourself, it must have been a thrill to be able to do all of that.
It was amazing to be connected to those majestic animals, for sure.
Unbelievable. I notice, you know, in the movies and over the years, a well-trained dog that is used, they're always looking a little bit offset towards the master, aren't they? Or
yes.
What is that called? The person that controls the doggy on the set?
The handler.
The handler, of course.
Yes.
The handler. You can always tell just a little bit. They're waiting for the next.
I'm looking at that all the time, too. I see it on every commercial even.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you've been a certified dog trainer for 37 years. God,
Yeah.
you know a thing or two. You spent 17 of them in Orlando, Florida, and for the last 20 years in Grand Junction, Colorado. That's with
Yes.
42 years. What's his name?
Lon, Lon.
Lon. Hi, Lon. How you doing? I hope he likes pets.
He better by now.
3 doggies, right? Now, that's where you're
Yep.
supposed to live with your 3 doggies. But I want to bring this up here. This one.
Oh.
That's 2 doggies there, or am I missing one?
No, that's 2. That's when that picture was taken. I had 2. It's an ever fluid thing at our household. And I'm down to 2 again. Originally,
okay.
when I wrote the book, I had 3, and now I'm down to 2 again.
All right. So are these the 2?
This is Buster, the blue pit bull, and the white dog is Halo. And
Halo.
both of those dogs are gone now. They're my angels.
Yes, they've
now
crossed over the Rainbow Bridge.
They have indeed. I still feel their presence, though.
Yeah.
And now I have Travis, who's a pit bull lab mix. And my husband, oh my gosh, after 42 years, he turns to me and he says, as we're considering our next dog, I've always wanted a Chihuahua. I was like,
Chihuahua?
What? Who are you and where is my husband?
You're right.
And he said, yeah, I've always wanted a lap dog. And we've always had dogs that are big like Buster and Halo.
Right.
And sure enough, like a week later, I found the opportunity for a dog who needed to be rescued, of course. And she's a Chihuahua, Yorkie, pug, not sure, 7 pounds.
Okay.
So he got his dream dog, and they're quite a team together. And she runs the house.
Well, I didn't have a shot of that to be able to show, but never mind. What I did want to ask you was, you quote in the book that lessons I've learned from the dogs I've loved is a personal reflection and the understanding of why each dog entered my life. It was never a coincidence. It was always to teach me something in the moment. Can you share a little bit about that?
Sure. It's usually been in hindsight that I recognize the lesson that they brought me and why they were dropped in my lap. I've never gone out searching for a dog like BB, the newest, littlest one, just dropped in our lap at the right time. Mm-hmm. And in hindsight, in developing a relationship with a dog, I've figured out what they had, why they came to me, what I needed to learn from them. Was it patience? Was it unconditional love? Was it grace? Was it sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, and you need to accept that and own that and speak it.
Right.
So each chapter is each chapter is a dog that I've owned and the lesson that particular dog taught me.
Well, I can understand that. I really can, because of my own story, which I'm not going to go into, but I love my little doggy, and he really changed my life. And I bet you there's a lot of viewers out there and listeners for that matter, because the audio is played on all the popular podcast platforms as well. For those that may not be able to see the show, but would love to hear it. And I'm sure there's lots of stories out there, Teri, like that, So I think it's pretty important that you have to be an animal lover to do what you do. I mean, to be a trainer, like you have been for 37 years, when you were writing this book, was there a lot in it that you wanted to, did you have a feeling you wanted to really share the past a lot when you were writing the past? The past of your life a lot. Did that come out when you were writing? Because I know it's around the dogs, and when they came into your life at a certain part and time of your life, what those dogs represented to you, right?
Absolutely. It was really vulnerable for me. Some of the chapters are hard to speak. I made mistakes along the way. Right. I wanted people to know that even a dog trainer of 37 years has made mistakes. And if we're paying attention, we only make those mistakes once. And if we're not paying attention, we probably have to learn that lesson again.
Right.
So knowing when to get help, knowing when what you're doing is not working and to try something different. and being open to change, and knowing that love is the baseline for any interaction with your dog. Mm-hmm. If you come from it from an authoritarian perspective in working with your dog and training your dog, it's my way or the highway, you're not going to make much progress. You really need to see the dog from where he's coming from and see life through their eyes, and then significant change will happen.
And this is the most beautiful book, Lessons I've Learned from the Dogs I've Loved. It's a story of how dogs have shaped my life, right? And it's by Teri Thomas. Now, I know what the KA is. Certified Practitioner of Dog Training. Is that a guess? CPDT?
Professional. Certified professional dog trainer.
Dog trainer. Well, I was close. But there you go.
It's a global community of like-minded souls do positive reinforcement training.
Right.
There's a lot to earning that certification. It's not given lightly. I worked hard for it and continue. I have to do continuing education credits to keep my certification. And that just keeps me on the cutting edge of learning. Right.
Yes. And there's a lot of so-called dog trainers running around today that haven't got those qualifications.
That's correct. And this organization started in the late 80s by Dr. Ian Dunbar.
All right.
He's the one that put this certification together. And it's really quite vast and amazing.
Is it all over the world?
It is.
Yeah?
Yes.
So how many members would there be then?
Oh, gosh, I can't even guess what that is.
Professional dog trainers, huh?
Hundreds of thousands, I would think.
Wow. You don't get to have conventions, do you, or anything?
Yeah, they have one every year.
Oh, you do? Lovely.
In Kentucky. And,
but the dogs don't go, right?
The dogs, some dogs do go.
It'd be too hard trying to travel from overseas. I mean, I want to take my doggy home to Australia to visit, but by the time you have the quarantine and the this and the that, it's just too hard.
It is. It's ridiculous. It's way too much of a hardship.
Since the time you were 8 years old, you were aware of your deep connection to dogs, and now you see them as a mirror, to your journey in life. So what could I offer, as you say, more grace with others or myself? Where could I love deeper or try harder or learn that I was enough? Please explain.
It's easy to make judgments and not think things through. You want to think before you speak. That's a really valuable lesson. And actually, our new dog BB is teaching me the importance of that, because she doesn't have much patience. She wants what she wants when she wants it. And so I'm teaching her to be patient and have self-control. And so when I look at that, annoys me and I'm all, stop barking already. Then I think, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I want what I want when I want it to. And I tend to be a little bit short with my staff, with my, an idea comes up and I want to act on it immediately and I don't take time to really think it through. And so I'm learning self-control and tolerance of frustration, just like she is.
Right.
And so we're on that journey together.
It's an interesting point of view that you say. I also see the dot connect between the dog and the divine. It's no coincidence. The dog is simply God spelt backwards. Just look in the mirror. Lovely.
Isn't that a slap to the forehead?
It sure is. Boom.
And it's so true. It's so true. Dogs happen to us for a reason. And we need to pay attention to what that reason is.
I'm a great believer of that. I'm a great believer they sent here or choose to come here to help us at times. I mean, look at the results with the other doggies in hospitals and the reported love and warmth that is given out, and and also our service people and so on. There were so many, niches and divisions and everything where dogs could tell stories. Well, they can't tell the stories, but we can tell the stories. And, I just wish they could talk.
I know.
It's frustrating.
I know. I wish that every day.
Something about that. Other than the obvious, Teri, what else really inspired you to write this book?
What inspired me to write the book? The book's been in my head for about 10 years because one of my clients said, after the assessment of her dog, and I was explaining her dog's struggles and what was happening, what I saw, she went very quiet. Her eyes got really big. She kind of went deer in the headlights, and she says, "Oh my God, you just described me." And then that theme started happening over and over again in appointments.
Right.
And that got me thinking about that was true for me as well, that my dogs were mirroring me. And,
right.
And yeah, so
they do. It's amazing, isn't it? They're very
my work apparently brought the inspiration.
From a dog trainer's point of view, can every dog be trained?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, I want to try and dispel a fallacy because I'm one of those guilty of this. All right. Pit bulls. Do they want to hurt humans? Or what is it that can make them turn?
Sure. That's a great question. Pit bulls generally are couch potatoes and love, and affection. So when they're given the purpose of being a guard dog and a protector and to be mean and are left outside and they're not allowed to be with the family, how frustrating is that for them? And so then they start to act out. And dogs just do what they've always done. And so when they get in a pattern of acting out and venting their frustrations and not getting what they want, and then that just perpetuates and gets worse and worse. And then they get labeled aggressive, and then we start using really aggressive techniques with them and equipment like prong collars and pinch collars and shock collars. Surprisingly, not. That doesn't make it better.
Yeah,
that makes it worse. And it's no coincidence that drug dealers want pit bulls as their guard dogs.
Yes.
And they're very abusive to them. And they make money in the dogfight ring with pit bulls.
Oh,
and it's a horrible, it perpetuates itself. Pit bulls just want to be on the couch with their person, taking a nap.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you'd never know that when they've torn a baby's head off or, taken the postie's arm off or somebody else's deal. They get such a bad rap, don't they?
It is. Really. It's a bad rap.
It's unfair. Have all the
deserve so much
learned.
better. So to back up on that, can all dogs be trained? You can try to train all dogs. There's a particular chapter in my book about Millie, who I did my darndest to help her, but she was not quite right in the brain. She had some defects from abuse as a young pup, and I wasn't able to pull her through that.
Right.
And so I did my best. I tried. I didn't give up until I had to give up because it got too dangerous in the family.
Yeah.
I think all dogs should have the opportunity to be trained.
Yeah. And people buy dogs and leave them on roads and don't care. Don't go get a pet if you're not going to look after it.
That's
if you
right.
don't love and care, or it's not a plastic toy you can throw away.
Yeah, they're sentient beings. They have the same nervous system that we have, and they feel the same emotions that we feel, and
really?
That's why we make such a great team.
I see. Of all the lessons learned, is there one lesson for you that you would label as the greatest?
I think it's from Buddy Thomas, as we called him.
Right.
He, the chapter of his book is love everyone, love everything. And he really taught me unconditional love.
Lovely.
And how to express it well.
Hi, buddy. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
That's right.
So what do you hope that this beautiful book here that we can see on our screen, what do you think it's going to do for the young reader?
Oh, I hope it will make a real connection for them on expression and to be vulnerable themselves and not be afraid of that, and to speak their emotions and to recognize their place and that they have a place in the world, and to speak up.
Right. So we've talked about your experience in writing the book, which was great. Do you have any advice that you'd like to offer any other first-time authors? Because you've been there.
Yeah. So my advice, a couple things probably, is honor your creativity. Know when your creative juices are going to flow. Don't push it. Don't have a time blocked out in your calendar. I'm going to write in my book at this time, because it may not be the right time. And the right time, it just happens, and you have to go with the flow. So that's one, is really be in tune with yourself and your creativity. Mm-hmm. The second one, and really the hardest lesson I didn't expect, was that part where you find a publisher and you have to hand your baby off to someone. And how hard that is, because I want to delegate everything. I want to know everything that's going on. And I need to let my people work in their zone of genius. I've done my work. Right. And now I give it to you, and I need you to do your work to honor it. And that continues to be a lesson I'm learning in letting go. Okay.
Yeah, it's not easy. So you're talking about the editing, right? And the corrections, and the proofreading and so on, right?
Yes. And when is it going to come out? And when is it, all the things. All the things, yeah. That's their zone of genius.
Maybe you'll inspire them. Maybe you'll inspire them if a young person sees this show. Hope you get some knowledge out of that. Speaking of which, who were your aspirations when you started? You wanted to write, but
There's three that come to mind. One is my fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Foster. She inspired me to write, and she encouraged me to write poetry. That was my in fourth grade. So how old was I? 10, 11?
Mrs. Foster.
Bless her. And then, and then, gosh, I had a great boss in Orlando that saw my worth and my my gift with animals, and he pushed and pushed. And I thought he was pushing because he didn't appreciate me and he was picking on me. And it occurred to me that he was pushing because he saw that I wasn't giving enough, and I wasn't believing in myself enough. Wow. So that was Dr. Glenn. He's a veterinarian in Orlando.
Good on you, Dr. Glenn. Look what she's turned out to be, huh?
Yeah. And my husband, I think, has never said no. He's always He's always said, you can do it, whatever it is. I'm going to bring a baby lion home. Okay.
Oh, my God.
I'll be up all night feeding baby raccoons. Oh, okay.
The crows. What have I married? Fairly good. Do you have a favorite breed of dog?
I have to say the American Bitsa. Bits of this and bits of that.
Oh, that's what I've got. God love them. Italian
just the mutt. I love the
Jack
mutt.
Russell,
I love the mixed
Aussie
breeds.
sheepdog. He's a mixture, my little fella. An Aussie bits of this, bits of that. Well, listen, I've got to ask you this question. Why have you always got shelter dogs? I mean, as canine companions, right? Is there a reason behind this?
I think I've just always been for the underdog. I was an underdog growing up in a tough family situation. Right. And I always persevered, and I was always taking care of others and things. And so I think that's why I've always been for the underdog. But again, it was always the shelter dogs that would come across my path that at the right time, right when I needed them to. Right.
Interesting. Yes, that's an interesting point. I'll never forget. Well, our little story I'll just share with you is my son actually went and got this little doggy, tiny little puppy from a shelter, and put him on his shoulder, took a photograph of him driving home. Well, he had him for a little while. He was working, but he was in an apartment then and not in his home. And the doggy all day was by himself and so on, And anyways, he got a little bit older and he came around home. Long story short, he didn't want to leave. He stayed with my wife and I. And my son's going, come on, Dixon, we're going home. Come on. He said, you're going home. I'm staying right here. And that's how we took him, and we've loved him ever since,
Amazing.
Puppy, Of course, the woman is the pack leader, and because she was with my son, I must admit, at the time when they selected him. Plus, she's the mommy, and he's very much a, cuddle dog and stuff like that. But he loves me when he wants treats and a walk. He loves Daddy.
Sure. You have your value too.
Thank God for that. Lessons I have learned from the dogs I have loved. It's penned by Teri Thomas, CPDT-KPA. All right. Now you're on Instagram, Facebook.com. You're there too. AuthorTeriThomas.com. There's the one, your home website.
Right.
HTTPS or www, author Teri Thomas, TeriThomas, TeriThomas.com. Can they buy the book straight off your site, Teri?
Yes.
Good one.
It's in hardback, paperback, and ebook.
Oh, fabulous. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I no doubt it's on Amazon.
It is.
Okay. And where
And
else?
Barnes & Noble is carrying it. And there's a couple of other distributors as well. Their names escape me. Sorry.
Okay. That's all right. You can always tell me and I'll put it up. This of course, goes up on my site. And my new site is being developed called Nothing Like a Good Book. And all authors will be up on that. Their books are up on that. The book covers are up on that. Your bios, everything's up there. But for now, it's on Mark Bishop Media. You can go to it any time, viewers, play it there. If you don't want to play it on, YouTube or somewhere else, just go there, go to shows, come down. Nothing Like a Good Book. And you'll see the episode there along with the others. And I think it's very enjoyable. How many pages again was it?
I'm looking.
200, I think, wasn't it? Something?
No, it's a light book.
No, it's not that one. Okay, wrong one.
90?
90. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, maybe just not quite 80. Yeah, it's 72.
Is there anything else that you'd really like to share, that you'd like to get off your chest, or anything you'd like to talk about at all in the minute that we've got left here?
I think people need to recognize the crisis that our national shelters are in right now. They're overflowing, and dogs are waiting for homes, and they need homes. And for people to open their hearts. All
right, let's talk about
ways.
That. Why are the shelters like you say they are? What's going on? What's causing this?
Well, a couple of things. Economics. It's not cheap to have a dog.
God, it's cheaper than a horse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I think people don't think they have time for a dog. A dog really doesn't require much. You don't have to be home all the time to have a dog. Mm-hmm. They're happy to have that 8 hours that you sleep at night, an hour in the morning, and 2 hours at night. They're fine.
All right.
So people kind of underestimate their ability.
All right. Well, seeing you're on that, I'm sorry for interrupting, but seeing you're on that, I don't want to forget this. Big dogs, small dogs. Right? For somebody watching this and saying, well, look, I've got an apartment. I'd love to have a little doggy, but I wouldn't have a clue what to get. I think I want a big dog, but could a big dog live in an apartment? Is it fair? How much have I got to walk him, her? What do I do? You know what I mean? It's all these other things that people don't understand. I just want a dog, right? I just want to cuddle up to a doggy. Off they go to work. And the poor thing's left alone all day long.
Right. That's a valid point.
Can't get out. Right. So what are your recommendations there for anything?
So research the breeds of what you guess the dog is. What are their needs? You can have a large dog in an apartment, like Great Danes, Greyhounds. They don't require a ton of exercise.
That's a horse.
Yeah. So if they do require exercise, you figure out, well, where in my schedule can I allow for that? In my situation, right. You can just have stairs and do aerobic. You can do fetch up and down stairs and get some aerobic activity. You don't have to go outside. Mental exercise can take the place of physical exercise. Right. So a lot of mental enrichment and training with toys and different food dispensing apparatuses where they have to figure out how to get the food out of this or that. And after they're done eating, they go take a nap because they're exhausted. So exercise doesn't always mean, I got to block out 3 hours in a day, or if I can't do that, I can't have a dog. That's not true. Right. That's not true.
All right. Very advice. Thank you for that. That's very, it's good words, good advice, because it's so sad. So many dogs are being put to sleep. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, to be honest. And yet we have all this massive population, you wonder what's happening. But anyway, that's the way.
So stay positive, get out there and adopt dogs.
Stay positive, get out there and adopt dogs.
Your life will only be better for it.
Are you contacted? Can people contact you if they wanted a dog trainer and so on?
Of course.
Okay. So all the details, I'll have all of that. Stay on the line if you would. Okay. And I'll have all of that and get them from you. Make sure I put it on this site. So with your phone number, business number, that can be contacted if they'd like to talk to you. Okay.
I love that.
All right. It's been a pleasure.
Happy to help.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor, really.
You're welcome. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye-bye now. Bye.
Bye now.
Dear, oh dear. There we go. Look at that, all over the place. Isn't she lovely? What a great lady. And I think, and the book, I think it's going to do very, very well. Be a lovely gift. I know I'm keen on the gift bit, I know, but certain books are, maybe somebody you just know got married and they got a doggy, or somebody who is old and they've just lost their dog. Memories from this book they'd relate to and so on. It's lovely. Hope you enjoyed the show. Dedicated to authors. That's what it is. Just authors. Nothing like a good book with yours truly. Discovering your book, promoting your book, and also selling your book. Wouldn't that be good? Soon the site will be up. Nothing like a good book. It's getting done now. And once that is there, you'll be able to go and see all authors and all sorts of things relating to that. And I'm trying to set it up so that you can buy their books direct as well. That would be good. Okay. So I appreciate you being. Please keep the, what's it called? The bell thing and subscribe. It helps. It's going to help the channel. We're going up in numbers is fine, but the more subscribers, the better, because hopefully I can, maybe get a sponsor and I can do more things with the show that I'd like to do. But they cost money. And the reality is, this costs money. But I love doing it. Okay. So appreciate that. Subscribe if you can. And I'll look forward to, seeing you at another time.